Hello Proxies, this is Shuttle here. I have some advice to give for the upcoming 2.4 patches Zenless Zone Zero. With 4 characters to choose from, it's going to be quite difficult for some people to pick. And here's my advice to pick out of the 4 characters. Jumping right into it, I do have some biases on what characters I will pick, and I'll just tell you straight away, I am going to pick Dialyn. But this is my advice on why you should pick certain characters and why you should avoid some characters. First agent we'll be talking about is Dialyn. And she'll allow us to dial in on that stun window. Because with her being a stun support character, she's able to help us get the stun window even faster, triggering those chain attacks. And while we're in there triggering those chain attacks, she'll allow us to dial in another agent's ultimate attack, allowing for massive damage. But hold on, let's just wait just 1 second. That's not all she delivers to the table, because she might give us more buffs and debuffs to our enemies, allowing us to do more massive damage in the stun window. So that's something that we have to look out for in her kit. And she's able to, and she has a cool mechanic in her kit that allows us to do an ultimate a second time without even being on the character that we wish to use the ultimate attack. So when you fill up a special meter underneath her EX meter, with that bars filled up, and you hold your EX special skill, you'll trigger another mode that allows her to pick one of the other 2 agents on your team to do an ultimate attack, allowing you to trigger ultimate attacks twice for 2 other agents on your team without them actually using the decibel meter. That's something crazy value to look into. And I will definitely say, in my opinion, I'm not going to say she's a must-pull, but she's highly recommended to pull in my book, but that's up to you if you wish to pull her or not. The rerunning agent with Dialyn is Hugo, an ice attacker, burst DPS styled agent. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad character, and he's definitely not saying he's a difficult character to play, but he does require 2 stun agents to fully maximize his damage on the stun window. If you don't understand stun window fully, it's not too tricky. It's just a multiple damage multiplier that amplifies your damage and stuns the enemy. And there's usually stun support characters that will help you amplify this damage, which requires him to fully optimize his damage. Now, I'm not saying that he's a bad pickup, and I'm definitely not saying he's not a cool character. He is definitely one of the cooler characters in the game. Definitely a great aura farmer if you're into that sort of thing. But I would not recommend him for this pickup at this time, due to there being a ton of ice attack units you could have picked from, especially with characters such as Haria from the last patch. But I digress. If you love Hugo, pick him up. If you don't love him, totally understandable. The next agent we'll be talking about is Banyi Shifu. Banyi Shifu is a fire rupture DPS, which requires quite a bit of mechanical skill to play. So if you are a lazy player or someone who's just not mechanically skilled, I would not pick him up. But if you're someone who loves the challenge and has mechanical skill, I would definitely recommend Banyi Shifu as a fire rupture DPS for your account. While he may be mechanically inclined, he definitely seems like you can play him not as so, but I would definitely recommend having the mechanical skill to play him. I don't like characters like Soldier 11, Haramasa, Monato. I don't know if you would like this character, because this character definitely pertains to the likes of a fighting game character, which I would definitely look into. Based on the live stream, that seems to be the idea of the character that he encapsulates. At least that's the philosophy it looks like they're trying to go with. So I would not recommend him to a lot of people. Personally, I'm not picking him up because, well, I just don't think it's the right time to pick him up. Maybe I'll catch him on a rerun, who knows, but just not for me for this time. But that's up to you to choose for your account and your playstyle. The agent rerunning with Banyi Shifu is Ellen Zhou, a 1.0 Zenless Zone Zero agent character. I would not recommend people to play for Ellen Zhou at this point unless she's your waifu or someone who just really likes her character design and gameplay. Being a 1.0 character, she does have a lot of downsides at this point. I can see a few players making her still work. I just cannot fully recommend someone to pull on her unless you really love the character design and gameplay style. She does suffer from the fact that she is an older character, and she has gotten buffs in recent times, but I just can't fully recommend it unless you really, really love the character design. I really have to repeat that. But she is one of my favorite characters in the game, and I do love her character design. I do think she has one of the best designs in the game, but hard to recommend. And that's all my opinions on this patch, really. Hopefully you pull for all the characters you love, that you want, and good luck on all your pulls. This is Shuttle checking out, and wishing you good luck on those pulls.